quick change of venue. I'm gonna have to reevaluate this whole thing, especially through the summer here. It is mighty humid, nasty where I live, so doing them in the shed where I normally do it just ain't gonna work. It's just too muggy. I tried setting up, and before we got started, I'm already sweating, and I'm like, oh, this is not gonna work. So sorry for being a little bit late here. My apologies. Joseph, what's going on? Buck, yeah, what we doing? Clint, what's up, brother? Um, yeah, so we switched up. My daughter left earlier today, so we'll just use her room. Maybe I'll set up somewhere here in the house. I don't know. What up, Super Shay? How are we? Oh, try to get this set. It is set up so much better in here, though. Like, I can like read everything better. The lights aren't burning my eyes, and it's lit better. I don't know. We'll see. Just kick my daughter out and take her room. Maybe we do that. What up, Ground Pounder? What's going on? Alright, well, my week got weird, like, right from the get-go, as soon as the live feed ended last week. So, wife's transmission is out. I had a mechanic hold me up for about 2 weeks before he finally told me he doesn't want to do it. 2 days ago, I was just sitting outside, and all of a sudden I heard someone's tree break apart and just fall apart, it sounded like. And it was dark outside, so I'm like, I wonder whose tree that was. Sounded close. And then all of a sudden, when I sat back down, about 10-15 minutes later, I heard it again. Went outside, and it was my tree. So, yeah. Dealt with that. It was like there was no heads up. It was just a sweet gum tree or liquid amber, whatever you guys want to call them. But it produces the sweet gum balls like crazy, like insane how many it produces. And after they bloom out, I think the limb just had too much weight, and it's incredibly weak wood. So just got in from washing all the rigs, right on. Yeah, I have to grab some of my posters and just throw them up there or something. That'd be sick. What we doing, Buck? Yeah? How you doing? Oh yeah, and then, okay, so a few of you know, I watched the guy's work. Shit. That's awesome. That's awesome, Joseph. Sound like a good day, man. So, last week, apparently I'm being sued by Metal and Wood Steve. Because of that, and you guys know how I am. So what he said is he's mad at me. It's a defamation case. He's not going to throw me in on the big lawsuit, but he's going to give me my own lawsuit, which I don't. Okay. I don't know. So that happened. I may be putting out a video on memberships. Everything you need to know about Steve from Metal and Wood, and do a video over there. And just lie. Like, what I should do is make a video with a thumbnail that says everything you need to know about, or the real truth about Steve from Metal and Wood, and put it on my memberships. And just after I almost did this, but I don't want to I'm not looking to just pick at somebody for no reason, but I was gonna do that, and then yeah, I'm super special. I was gonna do that, and then the video I would just say, hello, Steve is just a video like this, clicks to me, and I'm just like, Steve is a huge fan of China, not a fan of Donald Trump, and sells clown chainsaws. Thanks for the membership, Steve. But because if I put that out, he's gonna have to see it. So it's like, do I do it to get a membership? I don't know. I don't know if he'd find humor in it, which is a bummer for any and all of you that don't find humor in this. You take yourself too serious. Way, 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 way too serious. What up, Bert? So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I did so mean to get sued for defamation, but it is what it is. I'll deal with it as it comes. And for on top of that, you can't sue the sheriff. Hello from Cincinnati, Ohio, bro. Level Up Dojo. Oh, what's going on? Put your hand on the camera. Bro, more jack at it. I'm not doing that. No. No. That is the thing that I am anti. I'm not doing this TikTok trend stuff. And I hate that it's managed to wiggle its way into the tree industry. That's cringy. That's awkward. That's weird. I'm not 16 years old. And neither are some of you tree guys out there that do these silly videos. So, yeah. Let's start it off with huge shout out. You guys are the reason I am still putting out content, and I get no views on it by comparison to what I did before. But yeah, all my members, Ground Pounder, William Moxley joined last week. William, appreciate you, brother. Bucky I saw, Super Shay, Chris Beckett, 5Chris5, J306, and James R. So yeah, shout out to you guys that support the channel. I really appreciate that. Bamb1? Or is that supposed to be Bambi? Or Bamb1? I give much research to treat you guys. I can get that high on something with a chainsaw is crazy, but still. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's probably something you do that I couldn't do. Like, I have to get up in my attic and go change my, fix my drain for my AC. And the last time I went up there and tried to do it, I about had a panic attack. And I have no idea why. But, like, I don't like that stuff. I don't like being in tight spaces. It's no fun. Finally, someone actually real. Well, I don't need to, like, I feel like some people know that they're not, let's just do this. Let's just tell the truth. Some people know they're not cool. You can call that self-confidence, you can call it whatever you want. But some people just know that they're not cool. Like, deep down. So, when they do videos on YouTube and stuff, they can play a character and pretend to be cool and confident and, yeah, I don't know. It's, oh, right on. Level up. So do you run a dojo? Or, and what do you guys, like, what is it specifically? But hey, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Big time. Do we just start the week? I don't think I had anything else. Oh yeah. Tomorrow we will be doing a Q&A. Actually, do we call it a Q&A or is it an interrogation? You know, what are you writing? I'm not writing anything. I had I don't know why I brought my pen. I'll need it later and then not be able to find it. I should have left it where I write. But so what we do here is I mean, I was elected the sheriff of YouTube. As far as tree work goes, I discipline, I write tickets, and like I'm just trying to clean the trash up, basically. So we're gonna talk about some channels that I watched this week and violations that I seen, and hopefully long term we clean up like the genre a bit. Maybe put the brakes on it turning into a bunch of teenage girls that have to record every single thing in their life they do, whether it's right or wrong, because the content is more important. So, what up, Pedro? Hang on, I missed your comment. Physical therapist, oh, that's a sick job. Online store, tree trimming. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. They always ask me to help, but I always hate getting involved. Yeah, chainsaws are, I mean, at least you're smart enough to respect it and understand how dangerous it is. So I instantly, you go a notch above most of the people that I see that are just know that they should not be running a chainsaw, but you know they'll do it, put their life on the line to save $1, or and the bad part is they'll record themselves. They'll like have their wife out there recording them, and it's just like I don't know what's considered YouTube trash. Definitely interested in this. Richard, I would say. Okay, we're going to talk about some violations are as goofy as like just blatantly clickbaiting stuff. Like your thumbnail is just a complete and utter lie according to the video. Trying to throw weird, stupid trends in with tree work. Like I'm trying to think of without giving stuff away. Like you know, doing something reckless and showing it. And like everybody on YouTube nowadays, they can't help but try to teach everything. I think that's what some okay, I'm not even gonna say something. Most of YouTube and the people that make YouTube videos, I think they have this mentality that being a influencer means that they have to teach everything they do. So they give you step-by-step ways of doing things, whether they're good at it or not, which is just putting out more trash onto YouTube. And it's gotten to the point where it is difficult to find quality content, whether you're looking for tips or tricks to do something. You have to sift through so much on YouTube nowadays to find something that's legit. So there's my biggest issue. How we doing, Pedro? Yeah, there we go. Tim, Tim's sitting in a jail cell right now. That's the reason he's not going to be able to talk much this week, but we'll interrogate him tomorrow. So we will be doing a live Q&A at this time tomorrow with Veterans Tree Service with Tim. So by the end of it, we can decide basically, do we let him out, probation, or does he go back? So what's going on, Zachary? The Padre Studio. Is it morning there? Wow, is it? That's wild. Yeah, 'cause it's nighttime here though. Sorry if you think I missed your comment. I didn't miss anything. I'm just very, very slow at reading. Oh, physical therapist, that's, yeah, I know. That wouldn't have, like, just the understanding of the body is such like would be such good information to have. Support? I dig that. That's kind of like tree related. Please support me. Okay, Pottery. I'm I'm down, brother. I got you. Car sheds, cars and hats. Did you hear what I just said? Car sheds? Like cars and hats. So true. Thanks. Clickbait is the worst. Yeah, yeah. Right on, Richard. Yeah, join us, brother. It's. So also, this is episode 80. We have been doing this for. We're almost gonna hit 2 years straight again. So we did live feeds before. We talked like this, um, where we did it over a 2 year stretch. I don't remember how many we did, but it was over 100 episodes where we went live almost. I think it was Tree Talk Tuesday is what it originally was. Nadia, what's up? What's up, Darth? So originally we did this and we used it as like an opportunity to talk about stuff that we had seen that during that week and discuss like tips and tricks. And there's only so many tips and tricks I can give away before all my tips and tricks are basically gone. And it just wasn't sustainable. So I did as much as I could. Then the channel needed to kind of move in a direction. We were always talking and about what I had seen that week as far as YouTube content, and I thought, well, maybe I can draw some attention to some channels. And when it comes to YouTube, it what's up, Squirrely John? It's not so much blink twice if yes. Darts are funny. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Just know it was gonna be brilliant. Whatever it was I was gonna say, it was gonna be so profound. You would have probably, tell you the truth, some of y'all would have got it tattooed on you. That's how amazing it would have been. If I think of it, I'll say it. But yes, I'm definitely being held captive. Happy birthday, Hussein. Lincoln twice, guys. Darth, yeah. Right on, Richard. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. So, damn, I'm trying to think of what it was. I was making a point there. Oh, so yeah, I showed as much as I could, and we would talk about these things that I seen in the channels. I can draw some attention. Oh, here it is. When it comes to attention nowadays, good or bad, success or failure, I'm telling you from experience, I'm going on a decade of putting out videos. If I say that I messed up in a video, it always gets more views than I dominated this and made it look easy. Just what people, I guess human nature, that's just the way it goes. So you see a lot of it out there, and people will always upload it because the need for the views and the likes and like I need you to like me. Like I should tell you right now, you should hit the thumb button, you should subscribe, you should share my content, you should get a tattoo with my name, and there's something else. Join the members, join. You're supposed to do all. I'm supposed to tell you all that, and I already messed up. I'm not even a good YouTuber. I should have told you all this 15 times already. So I'm learning, but yeah, I can tell you from experience, the failures get more attention. So we were always kind of talking about those, and it turned into, this person shouldn't do this, or this person shouldn't do this. Tried to give some channels some attention. Some people can handle a little criticism, but there is a large group of people out there that cannot handle criticism, whether it be satire or just joking around. I've offended a lot of tree guys, and I know if you're offended just by your interactions with me. You don't just randomly, now you just don't want to talk to me. You got offended. It's because you have too many feelings. And you know what? Ask me if I care. That's the biggest thing. I don't care. If you get offended, you have too many feelings. So, because nothing I'm saying is ever going to be malicious or like full of hate. You just don't want someone pointing out when you mess up. And you don't want someone holding you accountable. But everyone on YouTube got together. Yeah, well, that's after you join memberships. You got the one tattoo, which I prefer you to get it on the lower part of your back first. First, you get it there. Then, to reach master support, you get a face tattoo. Nate, you were right there. No one's made it to that level yet. So, Ground Pounder has the tramp stamp already, and I have GP on my lower back because we're buddies. We support each other. That's just, I mean, he's my deputy, so it's like it gets crazy over here. But what up, Bad for You? What up, Dan K? Anyone in the drunk tank tonight? I feel like some of these guys were drunk when they were making their videos, but we'll see. Okay, so yeah, if you didn't know, I'm the sheriff. I make the rules. Don't watch one of my videos and try to hold me. You can't. This is the way it works. You don't get to tell the sheriff that he did something. I tell you if you did something wrong. So you can't. Don't try to turn it around on me. Don't work that way. Just like, I don't know who told Homeboy that he's allowed to sue the sheriff, but we'll deal with that when we get there. Alright, let's start. Alright, so I told you Ground Pounder, deputy. When's your get? Nate, it's tomorrow at the same time that this started at like 8:30ish. This time tomorrow is we'll pull. Actually, Tim, somebody asked anyone in the drunk tank. I think it was Super Check. Tim is. So he's every once in a while he has trouble. He's hammered right now, so he has trouble typing. Every once in a while, he'll probably type something in here because I let him have his phone. But we'll talk to him after he sobers up tomorrow, and we'll do a Q&A, and you guys can decide, do we let him out, let him free, or should we lock him back up? So basically, I'm letting you guys decide. Oh, straight or drunk and sober. Yeah, that's safe. I could see that. You get a little more loose if you got a blown out knee or something. You probably I kind of walk wild, so that's why you don't see a lot of me walking in the videos. Oh, so even though Ground Pounder deputy, I got a video came out. He did a live. The live was called "When in Doubt, Reach for the Clout," and I mean, I have to. This is what I just have to. Violation. Violation. I mean, I hate to do it. I hate to do it. You don't do that to a fellow officer. But I mean, I have to. This guy was speeding and was driving reckless while in a high-speed pursuit for clout. It's uncalled for. It's absolutely uncalled for. But, yeah. You can pay the fine, at the precinct. Probably gonna take a few points off your license, but you know, you can still be you're still the deputy. It's okay. Everybody has a little bit of road rage in him. He's seen the clout go by. I mean, the whole story. He's seen the clout go by, and he was like, I want that clout. So then he took off after it, disregarded the speed limits, like was using his lights to chase him down. It. I'm sure the video will come out on TMZ or something. You guys, you'll see it eventually. So shout out to Meta Spencer. Also, he just put out a video with a new power buggy. He bought a new power buggy. Looks kind of cool. Yeah, I almost bought one of those, an older version, a Caterpillar, and it was only like $350 or something. And I almost bought it the day I went to go buy it. And a guy had bought it the day before. It was so cheap. I wish I would have bought it. So. All right. Okay. So I don't want to go on to one person too much. So we're gonna jump kind of all over the place. Basically, work our way backwards from how videos were uploaded throughout the week. So I mean, I have to do this. Buck and Billy Ray. The channel is Buck and Billy Ray Smith. Oh, and also go check out Ground Pounder's channel. He does a lot of live feeds and stuff. Buck and Billy Ray Smith. The video was called "It's Not All Good. Here's Why." And he shows the difference between like some hickory handles, and I think he's probably right. He's talking in the video about it's probably a different species of hickory, or they harvested it. I'm a hillbilly, so we're not doing the grammar police. Not for me, but I'm about to do it to him. Like I said, the rules go one way. Mainly off grid. How are you? So Buckin was showing in the video the difference in a couple different axe handles, and they're both said to be hickory wood, but one of them you could bend and like it flexed like crazy. When he broke it, it just made a bunch of like stringiness, and that really looks like our shagbark hickories. I know we also have pig nut hickory, so it may be completely different, or it could be when it was harvested, it was seasoned too much. So then you get more of a pulpy wood, and the handle's not as like flexible. It's more rigid in the hand, but then it breaks and it will just snap with ease. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Oh, appreciate you, Martin. Do you get your pocket knife? Because I always do. I think it's great. Grandpa always did. You know what? That's something I wish, like I've had them, and I just can't ever bring myself to always remember to use it. So, my baby girl is saying hi and waving. Oh, right on. Well, hello. Was she the one in the video? Peter? Gray man. I like that. I like how you did that. You snuck that in. That's kind of funny. Yes. What up, Martin? What? I dig that name. Look about lower 3. Refuse. Talk about Tower 3. I don't know. Xavier, what's going on? You guys are wild. I feel like I'm in the middle of a fucking Aiden Ross stream or something sometimes. These people are crazy. I'm crazy. I'm a nut. Like, But some of these people come in here and make me feel sane, and I appreciate you for that. Uh, it's your littlest? Well, tell her I said hello. Alright, so here's what I have to hit Buckin. I'm gonna. This is a warning. This is just a warning. No ticket, no nothing like that. But, dude, you can't just make up words. I'm telling you, Buckin could make a dictionary. The Buctionary. Or, like, yeah, I'm not trying. That name didn't hit. But it's like he makes his own words up. Makes a lot of them up, too. And in this one, he, he, and I like it. I think it's hilarious because when he said it, he even asked, what's his name? Luke. Uh, what does he call him? Um, Captain Gimbal. He says, yeah, did you see that handle, Luke? He says, it has leaf springidity, leaf springidity. And he looked at him, he said, you like that word? It hit you? Like, he knows that he's crazy, and that's my favorite kind of crazy. Like, he's a character. I don't really so much relate sometimes to everything, but Buckin's Buckin's a good pick me up. Like when I need that, nothing is positive, and I need that. Yeah, you go over to Buckin's channel. You're definitely always going to get positivity over there. Whether I agree with everything's perfect and you can get everything in life if you just do what he like. Maybe I don't agree with everything, but like when you need just some positivity to go over there and watch that guy, he's a pick me up. So even though I tease sometimes, and I'm gonna tease more as we go here, he's good for YouTube. I mean, like some of the how-to climbing stuff, not so good for YouTube. It's a bit outdated and dangerous in my opinion. But him as just a creator, definitely nice to have on YouTube. I dig Bucket. Deep down, I'm a fan. I just may hold him accountable to modern standards when he doesn't acknowledge modern standards when it comes to tree climbing. So, fair amount of trolls tonight. Yeah, you're quick with it, brother. You're quick with it. Alright, let's do. Oh, this guy. He hit us with like 3 videos today, or this week. Guilty of treason. So, I mean, the biggest YouTube channel when it comes to tree climbing and tree work. Guilty of treason. I have my history with his channel. I basically feel like he, well, I'm not even going to get into it. There's a history. But, his video this week, the last one was, I felt a little guilty cutting this nice tree down. Black walnut tree removal. Well, you get a ticket for making your title too damn long. I don't like that. You don't just get to put as many words as you want. Well, you do, but it's lame. Figure out a way to put it in a no one wants to read that much. No one wants to read that much. I felt a little guilty cutting this nice tree down. All you had to say is, I felt a little guilty cutting this nice black walnut tree down. But it's the YouTuber thing where you have to put, I felt a little guilty cutting this nice tree down, exclamation point. Black walnut removal job, exclamation point. Everyone titles their stuff like they're a bot. Come on now. What's up, Jeffrey? Showed up with that bar roll. Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? Yeah, I know. I'll get to that one. That one was funny. Um, so this was just the recent one. So in this video, Randy wasn't there. So I think the rumor is the reason he wasn't there. You know how Aaron had a meeting with Arbortech or something like that? Well, Randy was actually in a meeting with Cinnabon. I think they're trying to work something out. I think Randy should have a blue jean vest with a huge Cinnabon logo on the back, and he should get some sort of sponsorship. I think someone needs to make that happen because there's so much of a community on guilty of treason. I think that's a good investment for Cinnabon. I legit do. They should do that. So, you climb. Yes. In and out of bed, you know. So, what do you think? Ace, come on. Use your common sense. I'm the sheriff, dude. Why do you think I would wear that? I'm not just wearing... Dude, what kind of weirdo would just wear a badge for no damn reason? Come on, man. You're smarter than that, Ace. Come on, Ace. Expect more. And see, Nate was going to tell you. Come on. Hey, it's okay. Everyone has a hiccup. That was just yours. I'm gonna overlook it. So Randy wasn't there. He's in that meeting with Cinnabon. This one blew my mind. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about the new climbing device, the Buck Throttle from Buckingham. What up, Miguel? I don't know if I like this device. I mean, it just looks like a damn akimbo with a better connection point. I mean, are we really doing this? I'm doing drugs. That's wild. Don't do that, Jacob. Don't do too many, Jacob. Just don't do too many. That's my advice. That threw me off, Jacob. Okay. So, not the drug Jacob, the tree Jacob. I gotta specify now. He decided on this job he's gonna show off the Buck Throttle from Buckingham, new climbing device. That's never a good idea. Don't go to a damn job site with a new climbing device that you know nothing about, absolutely nothing about, and record yourself and do a review on it. First of all, that's arrogant to just think, oh, I know everything already. And the need to get that content out there so that you're one of the first few people to show the device, I hate that. All you tree guys put the same video out. Y'all put out the same video, so first I'm giving every tree guy the same warning. Don't be the guy who puts out the damn video and says, first review of blah, blah. Use it first. Use it first. All you're doing in your video is showing, look at me, I got it before you did. I don't care. I really don't care. So, akimbo, brand new, 200 for me. Dang. So the Buck Throttle, William, is if you've seen the akimbo, it's basically like the akimbo. It's just got a different connection point, and it can be. The problem is with the device. One thing I don't like is the way that you switch it over from SRT to DRT. It can't be done unless you take the device like apart and then move shit. Like that, I don't like. The Rope Runner Pro, I can take that device go from SRT straight to DRT. You know, I mean, I don't know. So I feel like they're going backwards to try to make it look fancy or cool. And I don't know about this. I really don't like that Blackbird from ART. That thing looks goofy. And the trigger sticking out like that you can hit really easy, I don't like that at all. But maybe it'll be awesome. Maybe I'll eat my words and I'll later on be talking about it's the best device ever, but I don't see that ever happening. But Jacob in this video decides I'm going to show off the buck throttle and makes a complete ass out of himself and makes the product look like trash. I think he's going to start selling them. Dude, you can edit that shit out. Edit it out. There's some way to edit that out. Like, if you're going to start selling that device, you just did the worst review on earth. You basically featured it and showed that it's trash and it doesn't work at all. So, he takes the device, he can barely get his rope into the device to start out. Like, it's a full-out fight for him to get the device onto his rope. So then he buck straps his way up to the tree, gets up there, and he can't use it. The rope won't move in it. So he disconnects it, sends it down, lets Isaac try to mess with it, and Isaac and Aaron, both are pulling on, they can't even get the rope out. So Jacob, up in the tree, watches a YouTube video real quick. Probably would have been a good idea to do that before you decided to do a YouTube review video on a product. Maybe watch that video beforehand. Maybe try that device beforehand. But, you know, you're the YouTube guy and you're just gonna nail it. That first, no, this is what happens. So they can't get the rope out. So he pulls his device back up, watches a YouTube video, and he finally gets his rope out and just switches over to the zigzag. When he got his rope into it, and I believe his rope was like 11.5 or 11.7, it was set for 12 millimeter on the device, and he couldn't get his rope in or out. I've seen a lot of people having issues with just getting it set up, getting the rope into it. I've never seen anybody use it and not be able to tend slack at all or get it to work at all. But Jacob did it. He made that device look like the biggest boat anchor that the tree industry has ever put out. So I think we could have edited that out, because you showed a little bit later that you can edit stuff out. And I think you should have, things that you edited out, you should have left in the video. Things that you didn't edit out, you should have. You should have got rid of them. So let's keep going. Let me try to keep up with comments as much as I can. So, with the monkey fist not. It's old school, man. Old school gets it done. Ain't nothing wrong with old school. I do most trees DRT by a rope runner. Yeah, SRT. Right on. Yeah. So after his review, I think that device is complete trash. That's just my opinion. So on this job, Aaron, the camera guy, is actually helping them, and we get to know if this week I got to find out a few things about Aaron. I don't really know who Aaron is, what Aaron's about. I still don't know anything about that, like, Sam dude too. Like, I don't know about him. I know River got shit canned, and that was weird. But yeah. So let's just keep going. So do some research and maybe try the device out before you decide to do a review on it. That's just crazy. He couldn't use the device at all. It was basically useless. He couldn't get it to work at all, and that's crazy to me. So Sam is the new climber that's on the crew. He seems like he's like in a funk or something. Aaron, the camera guy, he's starting to grow on me. He sounds like Buffalo Bill with his deep ass voice, but like he's starting to grow on me. I think I'm starting to like Aaron. Um, yeah, I think I'm starting to like Aaron. He's growing on me. I think it's lame as hell that you have a cameraman and that you don't edit your own videos. So actually, some of this stuff that I'm saying that's wrong here, this is your fault, Aaron. Fix it. You can fix this. So Sam's in the video, the new climber. He's in the front in the bucket truck, while Jacob's in the back removing this black walnut tree. They're working it down. Turns out Aaron, the camera dude, can climb too. That makes me like him even more. Um, while Sam's in the front working on the pin oak tree, he just seems like exhausted and aggravated dealing with that tree. And I mean, I don't know. He just, the way the video was edited together, he didn't seem like he was having fun or liking any of it, was aggravated. He just, it's a different vibe with him than it is with the rest of the crew. Maybe that's the way they edit the videos. Maybe it's not really like that, but that's the way it's coming off. Um, Not to mention, like, homie was really pissed at the end of the day talking about that oak tree. He said he was exhausted working in it, and he like had the bucket truck for 75% of it, but maybe he's mentally exhausted. Isaac's in the back with Jacob. Isaac running the Avant and rigging down branches with Jacob. Jacob calls. I don't like this nickname, so don't. This nickname is not gonna stick. Isaac, don't accept this nickname. He called him Meat Gloves, and I don't like that. I think it's weird. Not a good name. So don't let him call you Meat Gloves ever again. They got new service truck. He's got new plates on his service truck. He got a personalized plate that says Tree Sun. Tree Sun. So I think Randy should get one that says Tree Dad, and then tell Jacob that he's his daddy. That would be good stuff. So, okay, so they take the tree down, goes pretty smooth. Then Jacob's getting ready to cut the log down. He makes a notch in the bottom of the log, right at the very bottom, as low as he can get it. And after he gets the notch out, cleans it up, talks to the camera, he finds out, and Isaac says, "Hey, didn't the guy want the stump 3 foot tall?" Take the notch and put it back inside the tree. I showed up to do a tree one time, and someone had done that same thing and tried to glue it back in, and the tree failed because of it. For Jacob here, it's a stump. Like, you could probably glue that back in there. The stump's gonna die out anyway. So, yeah. What up, Remy? Where are we at? Yeah, I just thought it was funny when he put the notch back. Oh, okay, so he puts the notch back in there, and then as he goes to start the saw again, he like flips out. And he's like, "What happened to the muffler on my saw?" And Isaac's like, "Dude, that happened like a year ago when we did that cedar tree and it got ripped off my saddle." And the video, like in the edit, goes like Jacob's like, "That didn't happen," and then it just cuts to them cutting. So, did Jacob think Isaac lying to him, or I don't really know. That was a weird way to edit that, but that's the way Aaron did it. So I need to point out Sam. I'm telling you, the new climber that's in the front, the bucket truck that was, being a little. Sam does a proper pruning job, and this is important to point out because I'm going to point out somebody else here in just a little bit who does not. He likes to think of himself as like superior and this like upper level, I know everything, I teach everything type of mentality, but he's doing things wrong. And he's also posting them and like in this almost like I don't know, but we'll get to it. So Sam does a proper prune. What all he does is the bare minimum on this tree. If it's got to be done in the bloom season, then you deadwood the tree, take out rubbing spots where they're already an open wound, and try to limit how much you do. So I just wanted to make sure that I pointed that out. Sam seems like a very good tree dude. Um, we just don't know much about him. I mean, I don't think Jacob ever said the dude's name. The only reason I knew the guy's name is because Isaac said, "What's up, Sam?" in a video when he seen him like they were up in adjacent trees with each other. So Isaac's over here and he's like, "What's up, Sam?" That's the only way I knew this guy's name. And so it would help if like maybe if Sam's gonna be a part of this, like we kind of somehow got to know Sam a little, but yeah, it is what it is. Here's the part I don't like. And actually, this was hilarious. They're feeding the chipper, and Jacob just falls for some reason. He legit, it looked like the slip and fall in the store where you try to get a lawsuit. He loads the chipper. I don't know if did anybody else see this? I have a new profile pic. What up, Lim Reaper? How are you? He just like flips up in the air, falls on his ass like a knucklehead. Then okay, I know people, okay? And someone that I respect, I completely respect them, and they would not lie. He cried for 20 minutes. Tears. He cried and laid on the ground and like did like the Peter Griffin thing where he hits his shin. He's like, he did that for 20 minutes. Cried the most tears. I've never seen anybody cry this many tears. Well, I didn't see him do it, but someone told me. He cried so much. They edited the crying out. I don't know why they did that. I think you would get more views if you put the crying Lim Reaper. I mean, I don't like that anytime Jacob messes up, it gets edited out. Aaron, it's okay to show him crying. You should have left that in there. Maybe some people will like him even more, knowing that he's got extra feelings and stuff, and that he's not afraid to cry. You know, some people could respect that. So put the tears in there, Aaron, and Jacob, stop crying. Don't cry so much. Just don't. And get up. He's like on the ground, like looking up like a little kid who fell and like is in fear. Like first time they stepped on ice or something. He was like looking up at Aaron, and Aaron's like 10 foot tall anyway. And he's like, if you give me, and he did this. Watch the video. It's at the end. Towards the end of the video. I don't know how long. I think it's like a 37-minute video. So I would say it's somewhere around 20 minutes or so. Maybe 25. I'd say 25. Around the 25-minute mark. He just like randomly falls and they edit all of it out. There was a lot of crying. So should have left the crying in. But I mean, it's not. I can't write him a ticket for crying. That's not. I don't like it. But John, Squirrely John take off? Oh. Every time. Oh, sweet, brother. Well, enjoy. Enjoy the fam. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a safe work week. We'll catch you on the next one. What's up, James? Drug or of choice. Hmm. Hmm. What's the hard? I want to be tough and like cool. So what's the hardest? Whatever the hardest one is. All of them, James. All of them. Nicotine and hate. Oh, that would have been a way cooler answer. I'll work on my answers, James. Um, Next week, do it again, and I'll say something cooler. Okay? I'll try. All right, let's move on. Super Shay put out a video. Super Shay is in the comments. He's also one of the members, and once again, appreciate the hell out of you for that. The video was called "I underestimated this small tree." That's how you make a. That's how you make a title. Just a few words. I don't want to read a damn novel. Some of y'all, I swear, have like when you're doing your estrogen is all I can read. Like it's so elaborate and detailed and like with so much emotion and exclamation points and emojis and get over it. Make a title like a man. That's how you make a title right there. I underestimated this small tree. Nailed it. All right. So in the video, things got a little. Hey, he's on site. He's actually got the family there. He's got I believe his daughters and his wife's there, and he's gonna fall a tree, puts a notch in, and goes to set up, and the tree sets back, and his wife's the only thing, only person or only pulling power. So then he comes over and gives her a hand, and it was luckily it was still held a good hinge because when it set back, it could have popped off and went backwards. He talks about all this in the video, but definitely go check the whole video out. I prefer. That's why almost every tree that I fall, unless the tree is forward leaning and in my advantage, anything that I have any sort of a concern about, I always set the rope in it with the tree jack, get it snug, get a face cut, pre-tension, then start my back cut and work from there. The reason I always pre-tension is to eliminate the chance of the setback, because sometimes the setback can be enough to completely stop you, pinch your saw in there, or get so tight that you can't get a wedge into it. So I always just try to prevent the setback, and I think that's a good rule of thumb to kind of go off of. If you have the option and you can, definitely do that. I don't either, William. I don't either, really. But at the same time, I don't get these people that like. I will never understand the mentality of like smoking it like it's not illegal, or having it and pretending like showing like. It makes me nervous as hell when people do that. I'm an old head. I'm like, you guys should put that down. You're gonna get in trouble. Don't do that. Makes me so nervous. All right, I gotta. This is. We have an issue here. All right, I'm sure some of you guys, if you've been doing tree work long enough, you probably ordered something from Tree Stuff, and this is ridiculous. I see a YouTube short, and the video is called "What Makes the Buckingham Throttle Special?" Question mark. How come in every video Nick Boner? I'm gonna call him. I don't like him. He don't look like a. He does look like a wiener, but like I don't like. I think Boner feel doesn't suit him. I'm gonna call him Nick Limp. I don't know about this guy. I don't trust him. I don't like him. I don't trust him. Or maybe I like him. I don't know if I don't think I like him. I don't trust him though. So everybody can't do the same damn video, first of all. But he puts out the video. He's gonna show us why it's special. Why it's special. That is the sissiest like way to explain it. Like, how about what makes it different? That's how a man would title it. Not what makes it special. There's even a lisp when you say special, and I don't like that. I don't like that. It's weird. And I think I don't know if Nick Bonner can do better. Boner or whatever his name is. Wimp. I don't know if he can do better, but why does he always got to have some big icon with his name in every video? Homie is fishing for as much clout as he can get. He is looking. Anytime he does a video, his name needs to be plastered all over it, because we don't know who this computer nerd is that's got a saddle on. We know. You don't need to tell us no more, okay? I don't need to. You don't need to put your damn name on it. I should put my name every time I show up on camera, but he starts the video, and he actually got the device to work. He didn't point out any of the bad shit, which I think is pretty lame. But the reason for it is his company that where he works is selling it, so he can't show any of the bad. To the point that bad stuff happens, and they edit it out of the video, kind of like how Jacob should have did. It should have put the crying. The crying part should have been in, but the other stuff. But so he shows how to hook the device up, how to go DRT with it, and then he shows how to use it in SRT. And here's where shit goes a little weird. And yeah, I just don't. He's not good. He's I'm not taking any of his advice. Other people can. I think some of these younger climbers that get into tree work like just recently, they're like, this guy knows a lot. Oh God Lord. You talk to anybody who's like established. They're not telling you, oh, I get my info from Nick Boner. No, no. But once again, I don't like how the device switches from SRT to DRT. I think that's just too much to have to do. Then he sets it up into SRT, which is single rope. For those that don't know, everybody for some reason now has switched to MRS and SRS. I don't really care what you call it. He's on a single line. That's what I'm going to say. He showed how to rope walk with it with DRT, with a dual rope or a moving rope. But when he switched to SRT, you'll notice in the video it gets clipped out. Just completely clipped out. And I'm like, that's weird. Then it hits me. He can't rope walk. And I watched the video back, I'm like, they edited him rope walking out. Oh, because he couldn't do it. And he even gives an excuse. He says, I didn't have a foot ascender or a knee ascender or a chest harness, so I had to manually move it up. So, well, let me let you in on a little something, Limpy, Boner, whatever you want to call yourself, Dick Boner. That his name is so close to that. So Nick, a real climber would have a foot ascender, a knee ascender, and probably a chest harness. This, I know this sounds crazy. And they would usually have that with them if they're going to go climb a tree. Unless there's someone pretending to be a tree climber who is a guy who sits behind a desk and plays on a computer. And he was like, hey, oh, I got a great idea. There's a beautiful setting. I know a place where there's a beautiful setting We should go travel there and I'll do this video on the buck throttle. That's lame. I don't like it. Dude, who goes to go do a climbing video and don't have no damn gear? I mean, seconds before he tried to use it in SRT, he's Mr. Cool Cat. He's like, yeah, it tends amazing. It tends just as suspect as you would expect. Okay, homeboy, how did you expect to rope walk if you didn't bring any damn gear to rope walk? I would throw Boner in jail right now, but I think he would like it. So, just do better. Just do better. And don't do this weird YouTuber. I got a beautiful spot to film. How's the light? If you can see me, it's good enough. It's good enough. I'm not going somewhere where it's pretty to make a video. That's what like a fitness influencer would do. A woman. Okay. Alright. Let's go to the next channel. Veterans Tree Service. Probably. There's some crazy stuff with bucking coming up. So, Veterans Tree Service. Tim put out a video calling, once again, tomorrow we are doing a Q&A with Veterans Tree Service. Tim, I am Mustard. I dig that. Mustard's sick. I'm a fan. Mustard. I don't know if you're actually Mustard, but if you are, dude, I'm down. I dig it. I'm here and listen. Oh. Okay. I thought he was passed out. Tim put out a video. It's called Pulling Over a Tree. Spider Leg Rigging Technique. You know what I'm going to say. I don't even want to waste my siren. I'm not wasting my life. Titles, you got two titles. You could have made it into one. You got two titles. Pulling over a tree. All you needed was the word with spider leg rigging technique. Come on, man. Did he just cuss me? I don't know what AFK means. I think he cussed me. That's crazy. Okay. So, how do I feel about this video? And this is a tricky one. Because I've done this same thing. And what you'll do is, see if I can explain how. You'll take a rope. Well, hang on. I could do it much easier, but just like you would spider leg a limb, you take another piece of rope and you just attach it. Okay, so you got a tree like this. So what Tim ended up doing in his video was having two ropes. So his pull rope, where you would have a single rope like this, when you use a spider leg, you're basically putting another connection point onto your rope. So you take a shorter rope and you can connect it with a knot right here, connect it to the other rope. And what that does, it gives you two connection points to keep something more stationary. So I understand the thinking And this one, why he would want to use this, because the tree had a whole bunch of back leaning weight with a wide spread out canopy. So what he did was he hooked up maybe here, okay, and then here, and did it with a spider leg. So here's my issue with the spider leg. A lot of times when you go to hook the spider leg up, let's say we draw a little branch over here. If we hooked these, let me see. So if we want to hook this limb up, we would take our thing of rope, we would come down, we would run one stem there and tie off, and our spider leg would connect here, and we would connect that like out onto the branch there. So what that's going to do is keep it stationary. Now, when I use this technique, I know I'm going to be, like, the weight's going to be pulling down on this, so a lot of times I'll use a prusik, and I will wrap upwards, and then I will put the end of it through it so that it's pulling down on the knot, and it's pressing the knot together. So Tim used a like here's how, if I was hooking up to this, I would wrap around, like start here with my loop, and I would or actually no, I would start at the top with my loop, and I would start wrapping like this, around it, around it, around it, and then at the end I would take my rope from here and I would run it up to the loop and run it through it, and then it would come down. So what happens in that situation is, it's kind of hard for you to see, I would run it up through the loop here and then back down. So what happens is it pulls the knot together and smashes it together, and you get a much better bite. What Tim ended up doing is taking the loop and just wrapping it inside of itself, and you end up with a more central knot, a French prusik, where you would have the loop out here, and you would just wrap it inside of itself repeatedly, and your connection point would end up being in the middle, coming out here. So the problem with that one is if you're using it in like an upward fashion, it's pulling down there, you're not going to get any slippage. But if you're pulling in a certain direction, you only have two loops that are actually holding and compressing. So I've had where if I use the French prusik knot, where it just goes inside of itself, and it repeatedly goes in and it comes out the middle, I've had those slip like quite often, and they'll start to work their way down the line. Now, you can choose whatever you want. I just use the other knot where you wrap upwards and then go through the loop up here and back down, so that it's pulling, the bite's pulling down and compressing the entire knot, as opposed to, just compressing 2 of the 4 reps. So here's the issue. When you use a spider leg, it's adjustable on the rope. You can move it up or down on the rope. So if for some reason you wanted this to stay stationary, say there's a house here, here's a little trick that I use when I do spider leg. I will keep this one super tight. So I would have this line tight, and I would put some slack in this one. And that's what's nice about a spider leg, is you can adjust it however you want. So that little bit of slack there is gonna, when it comes off, this is actually gonna go upward, and this is gonna go down, and then it'll hold itself. So the problem when you're trying to use this is getting this adjusted on this rope here at the exact point that you're going to get even pull from both. So you'll have it set up, and maybe it's got that loop in it, and you'll tell your ground guy, give me some rope, you'll pull it back down, and you'll adjust it up to tighten it, and up to tighten it. So there's a little bit of a, maybe it's pulling perfect, maybe it's not when you use the spider leg technique. My opinion, um, Tim, when he pulled the tree over, he did it. Like, it worked for him. I would have, instead of doing that, if I'm concerned with it, because the tree had some included bark down here that was in a really bad spot, he was worried because his tree was a little different. The connection point was more way down here, so it kind of went up like this and up. It had like included bark right there. So much stubbier trunk, real short, and these were really far spread out. So he had like one here, one there, and he was getting them to pull. If I have something with included bark, and I'm at some point I'm worried about it blowing itself apart and breaking apart, I'm going to try to cause compression. In that situation, what he did is he went ahead and just banked on the fact that the compression and the crack that was in the tree was going, it was in the perfect spot to be able to fall it, and there'd be minimal risk of it coming apart. Because of the direction he had put his notch, he had the crack right in the middle, so that as he was cutting, the two stems were almost, he could fall them separately, well, at the same time, but like as two, and the crack would be right in the middle as he's doing it. So that worked to his benefit. Now, I would always wrap the tree up as a whole. The reason I would do that is because it's going to cause compression on the entire tree, and it's going to it's going to smash that crack together. There's no way that it can. And I'm going to be getting an even pull on the entire tree as a whole. So as that rope bites down, it takes all the stems, pulls them together to the, like, compress them, and I'm getting an even pull. My concern with the spider leg is that you get too much pull on one stem and not the other, and it causes a twist. So not only does it take, it's kind of harder to set up, but you're not guaranteed that you're getting an even pull on both of them if the spider leg is slipping, or if you didn't set it absolutely perfect. You can't go back up there. I mean, I guess you could, but it would take so long. Like, you get down, you get it tightened up, and this one over here is loose. Now you're pulling on a single stem way out over here, and the likeliness of twisting happen gets sketchy. So you guys are crazy. But yeah, that Tim asked what he, like, if anybody would have done it different. My way of doing it, I would have, I feel it's safer to grab it all together and cinch it up, clip it together, or use a bowline or something, whatever knot you use, and get the tree together as a whole. Go through a bunch of main unions up towards the top and make the canopy as one, and get an even pull on it from as high as you can, and make sure you get all the stems into it. That'll cause them to compress, and then it will immediately, the furthest one back will get the max pull onto it as it compresses it together, because it's the furthest away. So, and yeah, that just guarantees where that bark was at, and there's the potential for it spreading apart and breaking. It eliminates, doesn't fully eliminate, but the risk is much, much lower if you can cinch it together. So I left the hole there with the house. Get her done. But yeah, that would be my like, way I would do it. I'm not saying Tim did it wrong. I've tried that same way of pulling, and it works. It's taken a long time to get it set up correctly, and it doesn't do anything I feel like cinching it together works better. That's just my experience with it. But you're gonna have to take some time and route the rope throughout the tree and get it to where it's cinched up, and that your connection point is in the right spot. That when it goes together, it's in the right direction. It's not pulling on one side or the other. But yeah, that's the stuff you go through when you're following a tree and you need to put a rope in it. Also, you're not allowed to use ropes, Tim. I thought you're a wedge guy. Now you don't get to just use ropes whenever you want. You either use them or don't. Or you can use them. You can use them. But I just thought it was funny. Why didn't we wedge it over? You know? He points out in the video that he hates putting ropes in trees. And I think he's a sissy for saying that. So $500? Yes, please. I'll take that. Tree fur. What's a tree fur? Shade. I'm always. You're crazy. I just gave you $500. That is sick, man. If you're talking to me, I appreciate that. I think YouTube stole it from me, though. It should be in your. Oh. Well, dude, I should give you all kinds of shoutouts and just. You want me to. Or actually, I tell you what's gonna. So what you're gonna say tomorrow is, oh, dude, can you send me that money back? I've had it. I've had that done a few times. But yeah. Tree fur. I dig the name though. That's pretty sick. It should be in your bank. I appreciate all the monies. Gotta have a rope in it. Yeah, I just 600. You want 600 back? Oh, okay, cool. That sounds like a fair deal. That's fair. That's hilarious. Minus 200. All right. Who's next? I think it was everything I was gonna say on Tim's. I think so. Oh shoot, we got Buck and Billy Ray again. Okay. This is Buck and Billy Ray Smith. Chopping down dead hardwood tree. With an axe. Helpful tips. Come on, Billy. You don't need to put that in the thumbnail. Helpful tips. You don't need to put that in the title. You almost had a good title until you did that. So this is the craziest video, maybe the craziest video of the week. So Tim from Veterans Tree Service, I need you to know that I made this joke up just right now. No one has told me, no one has said this to me. I just thought about this, and this is, like I said, almost everything I say is straight facts. And I wouldn't lie to you guys. But Tim's like, hey, if you missed Buckin's last video, I downloaded it and saved it. And I'm like, what? Appreciate you, Trooper. Yeah, that'll come in handy. So yeah, Tim was like, hey, just need you to know if you haven't seen that video, hit me up. I downloaded it and saved it. And I'm like, that's crazy. So I just thought, that's weird. So I messaged him back. I was like, do you always download Tim's videos? Or Buckin's videos? He says, no, I never have before. I said, that's crazy. Why this one? And he's like, oh, no, well, and he's just straight up. He's like, I mean, I'm not trying to embarrass myself, but Buckin had his shirt off, and it just seemed like quality content. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. So Tim downloaded it because he liked Buckin having his shirt off that much. He saved it, downloaded it, and again, I just made this up. This is straight facts. it's hilarious too. Like, and I'm sure Tim maybe if he tells any of you guys that he made this, that he said this to me and made this joke, that didn't happen. I just did it. Um, but yeah, that's crazy. Um, I didn't like the video because he had his shirt off, and but that shows that other people love it because he had his shirt off. So it goes either way, man. So. Alright, so on to the next. Yeah, I don't have much to say about that video. Like, I couldn't get into it, but I mean, other people could. I can't. Uh, serious. Okay. So then Bucking come out with another video called "Stay Calm, It's a Tree." Big leaner in quotes. And I'm like, that's awesome. That's a good title. I like that title. You did good. And like the big leaner in quotes, I give that to you. Like, it's okay. But this is another thing. So Bucking, this is a video where he's building an axe, and I'm just going to be straight. The axe building is not my favorite stuff to watch. I'm sure there's some of you guys out there that are downloading it and like saving it and screenshotting it when he like rubs the vodka into the handles. But I don't like it. I think it's weird. Like, there's a lot of time of him just stroking wood with lubricants, and I don't like watching it. I don't like watching it, and he'll I don't like it. But I'm, there's people that watch them. There are probably people that download it and stuff, but I just don't enjoy watching him jerk a handle off with vodka. So I'm gonna have to tap out on the axe building videos. I can't do those anymore. Um, but to each their own. Um, oh yeah, in the video he's like, this is crazy. This is typical Bucking. Tubing too hard. All right. He says he's not trying to be rude, but he says tree companies tend to mess up lumber. He's always like, I'm not trying to diss somebody, but I'm about to diss somebody. And he's like, you should never say anything negative. Just because you're vague about your way that you talk trash doesn't make it any better than when someone else is like, I don't like Bucking or I don't like Stillborn. I respect those people 10 times more that will come out and state actually what they're saying than I do the person who's afraid to say it and stays very vague with their complaints and their trash talk. But that's what he does. I'm not trying to be rude, but tree companies, all you tree guys, you ruin lumber. Only loggers never have ruined lumber. There's a logger would never crack a board or a log or anything. Dude, just get out of here with that crap. Like, you're telling me you couldn't make a video without putting that part in? You can't go around saying, don't, be kind. Don't say anything negative about people. Don't let them steal your energy. And you're just trying to steal all these tree guys' energy. I don't like that. That's hypocritical. But I would also like to point out that I'm still waiting for my residuals from the sheriff handle. I don't think he's going to send me my money. I want my money. You can't have an axe handle, call it the sheriff, and I think the ground pounder wanted the money from the deputy because he's the deputy, and I'm the sheriff, and I haven't got no money from these axe handles that are being sold. So I'm just saying, I kind of want my money. Yeah, you didn't get your money either? See, this is bullshit. I agree. We're just so I'm making it clear right now in front of the whole world. We want our money, fucking. We want our monies. You haven't given us none of our monies. You can't call it the sheriff. That's my name. So, Muskie Meps, what's going on? We're just talking about some violations we've seen this week. Alright, and then, oh yeah, at the end of his video, he legit shows the worst. I've seen a lot of videos where people are like, this is how to coil a rope, or how to wrap your rope up. By God, if Homeboy didn't overthink it and just throw something in the middle of it weird, just so he could say I've never seen anybody do it the way he does. And he's like, this is the easiest. It just looked crazy, but go check his video out if you want to see it. I can't even explain it. That's how weird it was. But I want my money. Dude, yeah, you should get your money too. We all want our monies. Everybody's keeping all the monies. I'm sure Guilty makes all kinds of monies from doing the tree talks and like the YouTubes. But with all these violations, he's gonna run out of monies. He's got to get his shit together. Next channel is Sizemore Tree Works. The video was called "It's Hot, Getting It Done." So, I don't know. So he starts the video out and he says sometimes, he said this multiple times before, but he starts the video out and he says sometimes in this business it's about knowing when to pass it on to the next guy. And maybe he meant like the climbing part of the work. But I would like to know what's wrong with your ankle. What'd you do to your ankle? How did you hurt your ankle? You seem like you're having issues with your ankle. I just haven't heard him say anything about what happened to his ankle. So, he has a different dude show up and do the climbing. He made another commercial for some silly ass. I don't know. Everybody's doing it now. Like the silly ass commercials where it's like, this is for Jobber. Like, dude, Jobber's something your wife gives you. Like, I can't do this. Some of these guys are crazy. They want a tube. They just want to be an influencer so bad. It's all about tubing. So, yeah. He, in the video, he ends up like telling his customer not to do a tree, that he shouldn't do it. They should call their power company, and the dude, the power company where you live must be awesome, because where I live, they ain't showing up until it's on the wires and your electric's out, or it randomly falls into their route, which they'll come around once every 5 to 6 years. So. Get out the basement, dude. Yep. So, let's see. Oh yeah, I have wrote down like it just seems like he's still not the most mobile right now. Like he's still having an ankle or foot issue. So yeah, he did end up getting up in the tree at some point and said that he's going to do one half of the tree because the other guy did the other half. I almost feel like the only reason he climbed up in this tree is so he could record this video and do his little ad for Jobber, his YouTube short where he did, this video is sponsored by Jobber. That is crazy. Like, dude, if you're hurt, Heal. Get better. Making a YouTube video is not the most important thing. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm the one that don't get it. Maybe I'm the one that doesn't understand it. I value my real life a little more than I value my social media life. But hey, to each their own. So here's one topic I was talking about earlier. Now, when you go around and you're always talking about the proper way to do things, this and that, you can't then prune trees out of season. Videotape yourself doing it, upload it to the internet, and act like you're following all the rules and you do everything perfect, when that's not true. You're pruning this tree at the wrong time of the year. It's not good for it. You know, you're doing a full prune on it, you said, end weight reduction, all this, at the wrong time. So, like, just think, if you're going to do all that, you should maybe point out the customer forced or, like, wanted me to do it at this time of year, but I know it's not the right time to be doing, because it's not. And he seems to fancy himself to be like a by the rules kind of guy. He switches up. Like, now he seems like he's going more, I'm a logger, like, and this, the nuances and the specifics of tree work aren't important. But hey, like, I don't know, you can do whatever you want. He says he's having a serious struggle deciding how to record himself. Does he do it vertical for Instagram, or does he go horizontal for YouTube? And he's like, it's a serious dude, this is what I'm talking about. You're tubing too hard. It should never be a serious struggle to even, like, you're just thinking about YouTubing is a serious struggle. That's crazy. It's not that important. You don't have to record everything. It's okay if you don't put a video on YouTube. It's okay if you don't put a video on Instagram. Your day's still going to stay the same. So, like, I think people need to, maybe you're getting drunk on clout and likes, and, like, it's just weird. I don't relate, but still, he puts out pretty good stuff. I like Justin. I've met him before. Seems like a good guy. Go check his channel out. Sizemore Tree Works. But yeah. Hopefully you get healthy. Your foot gets better. So you get back to climbing like you want. Yep. I just, it is what it is. What I can get in, I do. What I can't, I don't. It's just not priority ever. Ever. So there's times where I've taken a whole tree down and then missed the falling of the log and maybe missed a couple important rigs, and I've trashed the video because I'm like, everyone's seen this shit before. But everyone has this mentality of, well, they ain't seen me do a conifer today. Like, it's, sometimes it's just, I feel like it's Groundhog's Day. And every time I watch a YouTube tree video, it's the same. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, like, a bit sadistic with the way I think of it, but alright. Back to guilty of treason. We're going to hit guilty of treason again. So he put out another video. This chainsaw cost what? Question mark, exclamation point. Estrogen. G-fan top handles. That's too titled. You just stop. Stop. Make a singular title, dude. But, of course, it's got to have all these dramatic like punctuations and multiple titles. It's exhausting. But the video starts. They're starting on this day at 5:30 a.m. Jacob was late, so citation. You should fire yourself. He starts the video out showing you this pendle hitch lock, and he points out that all the pendle. He's got like 4 or 5 of them, and they all take the same key. This is really cool. So my brain goes to, if they all take the same, it's a universal key. So you're telling me all I gotta do is go buy one, and then I can steal all your stuff? I don't like that. But he loved it. He thought it was a great idea that he can put the same key on all of his keychains, and it works on all the stuff. Ugh, like, come on, man. Just think for a second. You've spread yourself too thin. And you're just like, starting videos about things you don't know, looking like a knucklehead, falling on the ground crying. 20 minutes? 20 minutes crying? That's crazy. I mean, maybe I'd let you get away with it. You fell, you cried, there was a couple tears, but you sucked it up, but 20 minutes? 20 minutes. Yeah, so if you want to take Jacob's stuff, you just gotta buy one of those things and get a key. That's not good. The video is on this cheap chainsaw, a knockoff chainsaw called a G-Than. It costs $69. I don't like that either. But apparently the cost was very enticing to either Aaron or Jacob, and that's crazy to me. But whichever one of you that bought it and thought it was the best one to get because it was $69, I think you get a ticket for being sus. My opinion on the cheap chainsaw thing, it's dangerous. It's just dangerous. Giving someone a tool that is inferior to do a dangerous job. It is so YouTuber. So I guess you're tubing too hard to the point that you send Isaac up the damn tree with a chainsaw that's complete junk. I imagine Isaac had no problem with it. He was like, sure, Jacob, I'll do it. But I don't like it. I don't like that for views you go buy trash and you're like, look at me, I'm going to do this. Like, why do people watch it? Don't watch this stuff so he stops doing it. Stop being a TikToker. And like trying to bring that in. You're the reason a lot of this stupid stuff keeps making its way into tree service. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So, sends Isaac up with the G-Than saw. My opinion, dangerous. But, and not worth using, but it gets YouTube views. So, Isaac climbs with both of, like, Jacob, and on this job Randy was there, so both the unks were sitting on the ground. I think Isaac should definitely call them both unk. I back that 100%. And I'm telling you right, Isaac's lead climber. He's the man on the crew. He's supervisor. He's the boss. So Jacob just needs to deal with it. You're basically going to take his channel over too, eventually. You just outlive him. So, Isaac starts climbing. I would like to point out that Isaac may be in the top 5 tree climbers on YouTube now. Even though he has limited experience, not as much time, but he ties in correctly. There was no rainbow anchor, which, gay, but like, he ain't using the rainbow anchor. And Randy asked him, like, how you tied in, double or single? And he's like, well, I'm going single because I didn't want to be tied in double over these branches. Well, that's pretty cool. I like how he's got, like, he's not a sissy. And he didn't use the rainbow anchor. Like, the easy, lazy way, he was like, no, the easy way, lazy way is unsafe. I'm going to do it how a man does it because I don't care about it maybe being a little more work to set up because I'll be safer long term and I'll get home to my family long term. So, I don't know. I appreciate that. I dig that he tied in correctly. He went around the whole stem. He's not trying to just throw over a couple little baby branches where one day it's going to bite him in the ass. Um, Isaac in the video also says he has nightmares about working for Jacob. I mean, maybe he didn't, but I feel like that's what he meant to say. He said he thinks about these jobs late at night. Basically, I'm telling you, you should pay him more because he's having nightmares. Like, you should be thinking about this shit late at night. But, yeah, the funny part is the job that Jacob and Isaac were talking about here in this video is the job that the chainsaw muffler got bent on in the last video we talked about. So they had just talked about it, and then maybe the videos came out in a different order. But yeah, they were talking about a different job that was a no cleanup job, and they were wondering if that guy got that stuff cleaned up because the job that they were doing right here and this one is also a no cleanup, and they don't get a bunch of those. Randy was in the video. He must have knees like me. Homeboy had a brace on each knee, which is wild. But I sympathize. I have old knees too. Mine are shot, so. The jean vests, that should be the work uniform. I back this 100%. Everyone should be wearing a jean vest. If you want to put guilty of treason on the back of it, cool. Randy should have the Cinnabon thing, and he should have the partnership, but I just need to make it clear, if they switch to jean vests, I need one. Like, if they make those, I need one of those. Somebody should send me one. In the video, they didn't have oil. Somebody pointed this out at the beginning of this live feed. Like, these guys didn't have oil. They showed up to the job, didn't have oil. And Jacob asked, can I, what do they call that when you have shit delivered? I don't do that shit. I'm not lazy. But, what is it called? When you... Shit, I'm having a brain fart right now. I can't think of it. What do they call that, guys? I'm blanking right now, and I can't go on because it's got me. DoorDash. Is that, yeah, isn't it DoorDash? Yeah, I think it's DoorDash. Like, can I DoorDash some bar oil? I think you actually can. Or you should just, like, check before you get there. But they send Aaron, I think, and he goes and gets some oil. Then he comes back and aggressively fingers it. I didn't like watching that. I don't like that at all. But it's just what happened. So Randy was right there. Randy was holding it, and he just, I don't know. Alright, so Isaac's making his last cut in this video. He works his way up this, strip his tree out. William, appreciate you, brother. Have a good night, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good day at work tomorrow. You working tomorrow? Dang. and have a safe work week. So, I don't remember where I was at. Oh, yeah, Isaac's taking the top out of this tree. It's a pretty tight drop zone. And basically, he would have done it perfect if he had a real chainsaw. But you sent him up there with a butter knife, and you were like, hey, can you skin this deer? And like, you complain at the end when you don't have as much meat. Well, you had to hack at it, like, with this damn G-Fan chainsaw. So, yeah, so his cut was a little off. 100% it was the saw, wasn't Isaac. Um, oh, also in the video, I don't want to see this, but I want it to happen, okay? So, I personally don't want to like, I don't want to see it myself with my own eyes, but I 100% back the idea that Jacob gets a saddle tattooed onto his lower half, his midsection, to match Randy, because Randy has spikes on his legs. He has some gaps tattooed on. And so I think Jacob should get like a monkey beaver. That's fucking funny. God, dog. Yeah, it go good next to his beaver. That's so stupid. But yeah, they talked about the tattoo, and I think he should get it. I don't want to see it though. But please get it. All in all, Isaac was a beast up in the tree. Pieced the rest of the tree down, chunked it down into wood. At the end of the video, Isaac, do not accept the disrespect that they're showing you. Someone absolutely this. I like this. He got stern with him, and he's like, "Why is somebody not flaked his rope, picked his rope up? Why is somebody not there to grab his chainsaw? You, both you unks, would expect it. So you need to be there to help him out. So that's straight facts. You should be more aggressive with him. And basically, I'm gonna take over the channel through Isaac. That's what I'm trying to do. We're gonna work our way through this. It's gonna work. Um, yeah, in the video, Jacob was wearing some summer rain gear pros, and those are horrible looking pants. I'm sorry, but they do not look. They look very. I don't like them. I don't like those. And Aaron decided to wear what looked like to be leggings. Your pants are too tight, homie. Can you even breathe? I feel like your pants are cutting off circulation to your lower half. And trust me, I'm a skinny guy. I know how it comes. Like, you just buy bigger pants. It's okay. And no one did a backflip, but yeah, it is what it is. They did a live feed video called Big Leaf Maple Crane Removal. And I just want to say, I have it on. I'm pretty rock solid with the info I've got. Isaac's back's sore. There's some, like, he's having back issues. And it's basically from carrying the whole guilty of treason company on his back. So I just needed to say that. Like, don't burn the kid out. Like, he's carrying you. You better show some appreciation. Show him some. If he wants pajamas made for him, you need to make him some pajamas. He should get whatever he wants. Yeah. I also wanted to say Jacob is very lucky that Randy has everything to borrow when his equipment messes up, because in this video, his chipper messed up, Randy's got a chipper. In other videos, if his stump grinder messes up, Randy's got a stump grinder. If his bucket trucks too far to drive, Randy will drive his. Like, Randy is saving your ass so many times. Shout. Uh, and then in the life, Aaron, the filmer dude, says something about it's pretty muggy there. I just want to say, I just puss. Come on, man. I don't want to hear that shit. It's Oregon. It ain't muggy there, you turd. It's being a sissy. But, yeah. Man up. Suck it up. Alright, we're almost done. Yeah, we gotta be getting. No, we got a couple here, but. Alright, Game of Trees. I haven't said anything about this guy all week. But this is. It's gotta be said. Puts out a YouTube short. And the YouTube short is called Our Client is Livid! Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Exclamation. Dude, you are such a female, TikTok brained, narcissistic, social media influencer. I don't relate. The title's not over with. How do I flip it to happy? Question mark. Smiley face. Oh, my estrogen. Like, dude, come on. What's going on here? So the whole title. Let's do this again. Our client is livid. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. How do I flip it to happy? Question mark, smiley face. That's a gay title, man. That's different. That's different. I would have titled it a different way, but that's okay. Yeah, you too, brother. Hope you've been good, BR. We'll catch you sometime. Stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. Have a safe work week. Alright, so Game of Trees put out this video, and his customer's mad. He wants to, how do I flip it to happy? So this dude, we have different mentalities. I think higher of people. He looks at other humans like he's superior. This is just, dude, maybe you don't mean it this way, but this is the way it comes off. You always look at other people like you're a superior human being. No matter who they, and it's just weird, and you're not. It couldn't be further from the fucking truth. So, he has this little end, like clipping some spruce branches off of the house is all they were supposed to do. But instead of clipping just the branches off the house, they stripped the trees up. He come up with this bullshit lie where it was dead wood and it was dead branches. So the guys, no, it wasn't. You showed one of them that they didn't do that to, and it wasn't dead. But he, for the sake of the video, he's got to tell you the branches were dead. That's why the guys stripped them. But they weren't supposed to strip them. So that's his way of passing the fault, so you don't look bad at him or his company. That they made a mistake. He's already moving the goalposts and gaslighting. So he's saying they made a mistake, but they did him a favor. And the customer's now mad because those branches that they removed were like a cover for his neighbor's shit. He don't want to see his neighbor's stuff. And there's an air conditioner inside the house. That was his blind. Like, he had those as coverage. So there was a little privacy from house to house. You guys removed that privacy. And instead of just admitting that you removed the privacy and it was a mistake, you need to give us useless information about how what the life was in those branches. I don't believe that. First of all, that's useless information. And second, I don't believe that. Show me the branches then. But I think that's your way to gaslight it. This dude's amazing at gaslighting. He's very good. So, my opinion is the mistake was made. And as long as you're attempting to rectify it, you're doing the right thing. He's superior to me because that's not the way he thinks. He says, this is what he tells his customer. He says, I told him, I know emotionally, estrogen, you're not happy. But I'm going to make you happy that we made this mistake long term. How narcissistic do you have to be? I know what you're trying to say, but you're saying it in the most arrogant way possible. Like, if some, I try to read people from things like this, and I would be like, oh, you're an asshole. Like, you're just one of those people that gaslights people. So, you tell the guy, emotionally, I know you're not with what we did, but when this is over with, you're going to be happy. I'm going to make you happy that we made those mistakes. No, you can't, that's not the way the world works. You don't get to determine if he's happy or not. He would be happy if you did the correct work. That's it. The correct work. You're so amazing that you're going to rectify or fix it somehow. And you're so arrogant about thinking about how good you are and how amazing you are that this man is now going to change his opinion on what you did. And he's going to be happy. I kind of think I know what you're trying to say is, you're going to try your hardest to get him to be as happy as possible. That's what you mean. Maybe. Or maybe you just have, like Limerick, like you're saying, maybe your ego is just so incredibly out of control. Because you're so, social media minded. That you really believe the gaslighting bullshit that comes out of your mouth. If you told me that and I was mad at that point and you said this to me, I'd say, listen, dickhead, I'm not going to be happy until you give me my shit the way it's supposed to be. And unless you can grow a tree that quick, I'm not going to be happy that you made that mistake. Dude, it's like if you're driving drunk and you crash and your passenger dies. Maybe it's a little more aggressive with my example, but your passenger dies and you go to his family and you're going to be like, you know what, I'm going to help support you guys and his kids and stuff, and when it's all said and done long term, you're going to be happy I did that. What? I don't understand. Why would you, I don't understand why you think you have the power and authority to do, I don't know. It's an ego thing. It is basically the way you worded it. You just come off like an egomaniac. So, I don't understand it. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Just seems like gaslighting to me, so just try to make the people happy. But, you have to have a little bit of self-reflection there and realize that there was a mistake on your end that was made, and you just have to acknowledge that and try not to make it again and move forward. Not this, I'm gonna gaslight you into liking what I did. No, I don't like that, but whatever. All right, West Coast Saul, put out a video, how to clean and re-oil your foam chainsaw filter. It was nice to see the creator of a product show you how to maintain and do maintenance on his product. You know, the bottom line. Everyone else is like, I just bought something, so now I'm the authority on it. I'm going to show you it, and I'm just not a fan of the way things goes. Yeah, yeah, he's, I don't know, man. I don't know if gaslighting, like, he's gaslighting so much. I was about to get him with shit. What's the ticket when you burn shit? When you arson. He's gaslighting so much. I'm about to give. Yeah, you get an arson ticket for gaslighting your customer. Not cool. But yeah, Gordy did his video. Gordy's just a good dude. Good video, good info. Go watch it. West Coast Saul, or West Coast Saul, but August Honeyke put out a video, Eucalyptus. Tell me what it's good for. It's a good, August is a good tree guy, all in all. I just need to point out that over 20 minutes of my day was wasted by trying to support him and watch his content. He made his video, and then at the end of the video, there was 20 minutes of a black screen where nothing happened. And I don't know why that was. I didn't like that. But 25-minute video, 20-minute, it was actually a 45-minute video. And you forced me to waste 20 minutes of my day. So give me some money. Give me something. That's not right. I think he fixed it, but yeah. In the videos, good work on the crane. August showed up in his Hey Dudes, which I dig it when he talks about his Hey Dudes. But got started. His dad, I think, ended up showing up with his boots. He started with a couple picks, and then Damien showed up and finished the tree up. Between August and Damien, that's a hell of a team. Good tree guys. At the end of the video, he's fishing with his daughter Liberty. And what can you say about that? That's good shit. Being a good dad. So I back it. I dig it. That's August Honeyke. Eucalyptus. Tell me what it is good for. Last one. Damien's a cool cat. So Veterans Tree Service puts out a video. Is it safe to negative rig a dead treetop? Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. I gotta respect it. It was a same day video where he did the work, went home and edited the video and put it out. That's wild. Like, I'm sorry, but no thank you. Like, I wish YouTube was like, I don't even know, like, did that much. Like, YouTube better pay you good or something. Like, to be doing that, because they don't pay me shit. So I ain't doing nothing same day. He ended up uploading this video to honor Isaac's video where he took down the dead tree. Me and Isaac's mom both don't like that you have her phone number, so you should delete that. He tried to tell Isaac he's supposed to watch and learn. First of all, you gotta learn before you start teaching. Like, this, we got a rookie here telling this. Tim, you may be number 6 now, I think. Yeah, it's facts. So we got a little snatch. He's up in the top 5. Okay, I seen him climb. He did everything correct. Top 5. Isaac, number 5 now. Tim is officially number 6 for now. But stop doing that rainbow shit, and maybe we could bump you up. But yeah, Isaac just, I mean, by association to no rainbow is actually better. So you can't tell him to watch you and learn. Like, you should go watch his video. That's what, yeah. You should go watch his video and see how he ties in and try that out. But he talks about, Tim talks about the buck rope grab um, that he uses for a lanyard. And I just want to say he basically got it because he wanted to be like me. So he was like, hey, man, Steelborn, Officer Bourne looks so cool when he uses it. I could look cool. So he asked, he's like, is it okay if I do this and get this? And I'm like, I don't like it, but I guess. So he's starting to like it. It's definitely, those rope grabs are tricky to get the hang of at first, but after you get that hang, you can use it with a single hand in and out. Like, you start to get the technique figured out. I love mine, so definitely it grew on me. It took me a little bit. The PMF jam, son of a gun. How'd you get that? Where was I at? Oh, okay. Oh, in the video, he started crying about he had to anchor right one time because the branches were too dead. So he couldn't do his little pussy rainbow thing. So he's like, oh, I have to reach around this whole stem. You should be used to wrapping your hands around a pole like that by now, but like, he's trying to throw his rope around the outside and clip it together, and he's just having so much trouble. And I'd just like to say, son, listen, son. Just like the buck rope grab took you a little bit to get the hang of, you will one day get the hang of climbing correct. It'll happen. It just you're going to grow into it. We're all backing you. But I just want to say, when you cried in this video, pussy. That's straight facts. So it was not annoying. You just need to be tougher and like faster and quicker. And I'm gonna tell you, that was the coolest you looked in your entire video, is when you did that. When you actually anchored right, I was like, you know what, this guy's not so bad. And then when I seen your rope over, I was like, I don't like this guy. But he rigged out a top. I give it a C plus. With a little bit of practice, maybe a GB bollard, you could be an A plus climber. But just what it is. I would also like to say that we didn't get to see old Triple B didn't show up this week, which is just very strange after the ruckus that was caused last week. I thought Triple B would be here, but maybe he's mad at us. Maybe he don't want to hang out no more. And maybe I don't get it. I don't get it. He made a video. First of all, okay. Some of you may not understand who I'm talking about, but I brought up the GB Ballard right there with Tim. He needs, if he gets good enough and he gets one of those, he could, he puts him up to the next level. I just want to say that it seemed to take him a long time to do that little baby tree, and it just seemed like it took forever, just a long time, probably all day. But when I'm talking about the incident last week, and I say Triple B, what I mean is Bollard boy Brandon. It's just what he wants to be known as from now on. He was like, hey, can you guys call me Baller Boy? And I was like, dude, your name's already Brandon. Are you sure you want to have 3 B's in a row? And he was like, please. And I'm like, you love bollards that much? And he's like, so much. And I'm like, that's crazy that you like them that much. He's like, dude, it makes a rope guy so much better when he has a bollard. I'm like, is that facts? And he's like, yeah. Because we had this long conversation. I was like, really? And you think it's that important? He says, it's the most important thing in the world. You have a shit rope guy until you have a bollard. When you have a bollard, especially a GB bollard, Greg Brown made, you're like, you're basically your Netflix. If you don't, you're a Blockbuster. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't want to be Blockbuster, I want to be Netflix. So, I just, after all the ruckus last week, Triple B didn't show up. He put out a video. I need, you get a ticket. No one gave you authority to write tickets. He's writing tickets. He put his video out. It was called writing a ticket for being a sissy or something like that. No one gave you that's impersonating an officer, first of all. So you can't do that. But I just want to say, Triple B, it's all going to be good. Don't worry about it. I agree that a GB Bollard brings you to the next level. I mean, me and you agree 100%. So, we'll both shout it from the rooftops to get a GB Bollard, and eventually everyone will have one, I know. Used to be. Are you serious right now? Little Banana 69? That is the funniest damn name of the. You may have the best name of the week. Son of a gun. Little Nanner 69. That's crazy. That's crazy. You're even gonna put you on a list. Actually, you're gonna get put on a list for your name. That's not good. Don't do that. I'm just playing. No, I was just elected. I didn't even want to do this. I don't want to do any of this. I'm just a nice guy who minds his own business, doesn't have an opinion, and is very quiet. And everyone made me do this. I was elected. There's a whole thing that went on for years on YouTube. And then I got forced to do this. So they're just like, you're the sheriff. And I'm like, I guess. Okay. And it went from there. Basically, I got this because I used to like the show Cops. So, I mean, I like that show so much. And I have this. I have that, and I got what's kind of a little messed up. I have this and this. So, no one else had that. So that's what I got it because of that. That's it. That's it for me. I'm so sick of talking to you guys. You guys are getting on my nerves so bad. But you should join my memberships, become a deputy, and then you too can write citations and tickets to every idiot on the internet. Won't be long, and we'll be. I think we're going to end up beating the streak that we did a few years back. A few years back, maybe 2 years ago, we did 2 years straight. And I'm going to look back into it. I think we made it to episode 101 or 102, where we went live every week, the same day. We didn't miss one. This is episode 80. This was a lot of fun, guys. But I'm not having fun no more. I don't like. I mean, I'm just. You guys are really pissing me off now and getting on my nerves. People are asking me dumb questions and trying to make me mad. I gotta get out of here. I can't handle this no more. Don't do anything stupid, and I won't talk about you. Well, I think he does you too, Jake. Appreciate you, brother. No, all in all, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you want to see edited content, I put all my edited videos on my memberships, and I'll try to kick out a few shorts or something for you guys this week. So, take care, and have a good one. Oh, tomorrow, this time, well, 2 hours ago, tomorrow, Q&A with Veterans Tree Service. I'll see you guys then. Bye.